I didn't even set the chat. There we go. How the hell do you fix this? Oh, it's not working. Oh, there we go. Talk about monkeypox. Here we go again. We're gonna get a vaccine for monkeypox now.
I think there is one.
No, I know. We officially became their guinea pigs.
But I mean, it's only known in gay people. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? That's strange. I would have to look into that. But yeah, we became their guinea pigs. Ta-da!
It's only found in men. Well, men is most common and the gay is most common. That's what they used to say.
Oh, you already know El Chapo. El Chapo, literally, you escaped from jail, my boy. And you speak English? What up, bro? What's good, Danny? What's cracking? Oh, El Jesus. What's good, my boy? Saludos from Santa Ana. And likewise, my boy. Wick whack. Thoughts on American Cholo? It was a chop video. A chop and edited video. There's literally nothing to talk about. Like, the video was literally chop and paste for it to sound like that. So, therefore, that is called manipulation. Therefore, it has no merit to it. You know what I mean? If you got to chop in something like that, you know, then obviously you're lying, you know? And when you lie, it's never 100. So, you know what I'm saying? Like people can't call that like evidence. Like when you have to fake evidence, because that's what it is. It's faking evidence. When you got to fake evidence, my boy, then that's because you knew that the truth that you had wasn't enough or wasn't what you wanted it to be, that you had to change it in order for it to be this way. That way you could trick people into seeing it in your view. So therefore you're tricking those people. So so there's nothing to talk about. Like, you get what I mean? Look, like I made a video. I'll make a perfect example. I made a video about AD from No Jumper, right? Where I said, did he diss the homies? And in that video, I specifically said, I'm not going to take shots at the man. I'm not going to insult the man. You get what I mean? And I said, I think he was just horsing around. It could have been a coincidence, you know, and stuff like that. That's the reason why, you know, I made that video like that, because a lot of people were already jumping the gun on him. And I'm like, whoa, hold up. You get what I'm saying? So I seen this video. It's like, I don't understand why people are like just seeing this, you know, small clipping and already started like talking smack. But I get it. A lot of people, you know, because they just like him, you know, they're gonna want to talk shit. So that's just their own pride getting in the way. You know what I mean? And I get it. I get it why a lot of people dislike him. Like I said, I don't agree with everything 100 what he says. And I could see why, you know, why he might rub individuals the wrong way. But that doesn't change the facts, though. You know what I mean? And just because you dislike somebody doesn't mean you get to, you know, slander the man and shit like that.
What are you talking about?
American Cholo. It's because he made a video, right, where he's talking about something with black people, but he used the N-word, right? But he was talking about a situation. So somebody grabbed that clip and cut it, edited it, so it just sounded like he was calling them the N-word. You get what I mean? So now a lot of people are taking shots at him like, oh, this was a racist. He said the N-word, but it's like, the video was chopping with horrible editing skills, too, to top it off. You're able to tell. And people are seeing that video and already they're talking shit. And it's like, can't you see that video is edited? Before you talk shit, you know, do your homework first, you know? Pero how they dislike him, that's why, like this, they were just waiting for something to come out and they're gonna fly on it. Like, damn, y'all just were waiting for that, huh? Like I said, look, there's some individuals that I'm not too fond of on YouTube, right? And then I seen people throwing stuff on there. I never once grabbed that and made a video and ran with it. You know what I mean? Like, look, just because I feel a certain way about a certain individual doesn't give me the right to, make a video trying to slander them or bring them down. There's people I don't see eye to eye on YouTube, and I never discuss about them. I never bring them down. I never talk negative about them, because what for? What's the reason for that? Like, why am I gonna try to convince a bunch of people not to like this person? Like, that's my issue with this person. So why am I gonna try to bring everybody into my issue? If it's just my issue, it stays between me and that individual, and that's it. I don't tell people to come along. You know what I mean? I had even said that in the video when I talked about Triple OG, when I said, just because he made a video about me, doesn't mean that you guys get to insult him. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. That's cool. That you guys are, down with me, whatever. But the issue was between me and him, so nobody else. I don't think it's right when people jump into other people's beefs. Like, it's just between them. Like, you know what I mean? But that's just my opinion, how I see the matters, Because I think when you try to corrupt and try to bring people into your mix and stuff like that, to try to stir it all up, I mean, it only shows what kind of individual you are. You know what I mean? Like why are you gonna try to do that for? Shout out to Linwood. Woo woo. Yeah, it's drama. Yeah, no lie, it is. And that's the thing, I hate drama, bro. 14th Street Watchers. There's actually a lot. There's actually several, my bro. There's actually several. There's 5? I think like 5. It's like 5 of them. Planton, Eastside Longo has 14th Street. Eastside Riva has the 14th Street. There's several barrios. And they be wearing it in their jerseys and everything, my boy. And it doesn't help that some of them are red raggers. So it's like, ay, wait. No, I know. Saludos y bendiciones to your beautiful family. Hey, likewise. Lethal Cuts. R.I.P. Jalisco from, was that Harpies or is that Hyde Park Sureños? Either way, R.I.P. to, Jalisco. That's a feedman named Jalisco? That's right. Young Crazy. What's up, Shadow? What's good, my boy? Saludos G's from the OC. That's right. Shout out to Orange County. Woo woo, Santa Ana. Shout out to Richmond, all the way from Atlanta. You already know, my boy. What's good, 100? That's right. Hit the like, gente. It does help out my, my YouTube channel and everything. Talk about the duties of a man and how Earth is experiencing an awakening. Good shit. Actually, that's actually I actually like that idea for that video. I think I am gonna do a video on that, and I'll do it on my other channel though, on my Madness Society channel. Because actually, you are right. You're 100% on that. I actually like that concept. Yeah, I'll definitely give you a shout out for that one. That's deep thinking. What up, brother? What's good? From Inglewood. That's right. Whoa. Shout out to the Wood. No. What's popping? Oh, what's cracking lacking? At that 7-0 Deuce Criminal Crew. That's right. Shout out to the Criminal Crew. Saca la bolsita. Ay, güey, pues véndemela primero, ¿no? Tú eres el Chapo. You have all the bolsitas. Your bolsitas have bolsitas. Shout out to you and your family. Yeah. And likewise, my boy, hey, can you... Hey, he can sue them for slander? Nah, I don't think it's that extreme. It's something. It's not something that two people can't come to the table and discuss. You know what I mean? See, the thing is with Adam from No Jumper, and I talked about this when I discussed my thoughts on No Jumper. Adam is that type of person. You know what I mean? That's the reason why I don't watch No Jumper, because, no disrespect to them, their content doesn't appeal to me. But me specifically, when I'm talking about Adam, when I discussed Adam, he's just that type of individual, because he wants views and he just knows what could get views, what's controversial. You know what I mean? He just likes that, and no one's gonna be able to change the way he thinks or how he sees it, because he only sees it his way. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't knock the individual. You know what I mean? That's why I don't knock him. You know, like, you know, he'll do him. You know, because you can't blame the individual for having all that support either. I mean, he doesn't get himself all those views. Yeah, but I just don't like individuals that behave in that manner, though. Like, you know, that create, you know, like drama, like there's no reason for it, you know. But I get it. There's people like watching gives views. Views brings money. Yeah. What else is new in America? What happened about American children? I don't know. They said that, you know, he dissed them by calling them the N-word, but the video was edited that way. So, you know, when you gotta edit a video, my bro. When you gotta edit a video, my boy, then
like this part right here.
Then that's not facts, my boy. If you have to edit something, my boy, that is not facts, carnal. I could only spit it. I can only tell you how it is, my boy. When you gotta edit something in order for you to release it, my boy, that is not facts, carnal. What's good? What's that? What is that though?
Right here.
Oh, you're crazy. Sup M.O.D. Adam 22 is trying to divide black and brown. Hope all is good. You know what? Actually, I don't believe that that's what Adam 22 is trying to do. I don't believe that Adam 22 wants to see beef between black and brown. I honestly don't believe that that's what he wants. What I honestly think Adam wants is views, bro. Is that's the thing about Adam. Adam doesn't want to start a race war between black and brown. Adam doesn't want he doesn't hate Mexican. He doesn't hate blacks. Adam just wants whatever could bring him views. He has no shame in that. Whatever it is, no matter how scandalous or what it will create, he doesn't think about that part. He doesn't think about that part. The only thing he thinks of is what can bring me views. You know, he doesn't wrap his mind around the whole concept and what it might stir up and everything like that. He's the type that once everything starts happening and stuff like that, then he's like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have done that. You know, then it's like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have. You know what I mean? Because he didn't want that to happen, because he was just thinking about the views. He doesn't think about the big pictures, you know? And there's some people that are like that, you know? And that's what Adam is. Adam just wants views, you know? And nobody will be able to change the individual in his demeanor. I mean, the reason you know this is because even I had said this in the video when I discussed about Adam, when he tweeted about underage girls, when he tweeted about all this and that, and he was already in his 20s, bro. You know what I mean? And he could say they were drunken tweets or whatever. You know what I mean? He wasn't able to regulate his own conscience, his own thoughts. You know what I mean? So he was speaking what he actually felt or whatever. But people are gonna want to see it. Those are red flags. Those are big time red flags. But people don't want to see that part. You know what I mean? Psychologically wise, those are red flags, bro. You know what I mean? But people are always gonna want to believe whatever they want. You know? Do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior? Well, I'm not religious, bro. What did the record show? What up, homie? Saludos from Compton. That's right. Shout out to Compton. Wink Whack 704. But I respect those who are. But I'm just not. You got to fake it till you make it. That's what they say. They do say that. But here's the thing, though. You fake it till you make it, but then you make it, and then the lies start unraveling, and you end up collapsing, and you end up, further beneath than where you were. So you get nothing good out of faking and lying, bro. Nothing at all. It will bring you success temporarily, but I guarantee you it's only a matter of time before it all comes crashing down, and you'll end up worse than where you were to begin with. So remember, in this world, all you have is your word. Once you damage that, my boy, good luck. You know what I mean? So it's never good to do that. All right. Let's talk about my favorite thing. Some stinky mariscos is the best. Damn, my boy, like mariscos, like aguachiles, or like weenie water. You know that weenie water be smelling funky, my boy. What up, my boy? Your content is feedback. I like your energy. Hey, gracias. I appreciate that, carnal. The homie, Jap Black.
Yeah.
You have ever ran into American Cholo in Hollywood or ever heard about him before in the YouTube stuff? Actually, here's what I'll say about American Cholo. Before, the whole YouTube thing or whatever, I knew who he was. I knew of his nickname. I didn't know. I never ran into him, but I knew from his nickname. You know what I mean? From my homies. And it wasn't until I got into YouTube and stuff like that, and I started going and I seen, his channel, and I started watching his videos because I didn't know who he was at the time. And then, he said who he was, right? And I was like, what? So I showed my homies from my neighborhood. I was like, hey, do you know this vato? And they were like, yeah, that's that fool that I told you about. And I was like, orale. And my homies never lie, my boy. My homies never, they don't have a reason why to, you know what I mean? So I told them, so what's up? Is homie with the business or what? Because I didn't know who he was, And they're like, yeah, sabes que that fool rolled up on us a few times. And the homie's like, yeah, I called that fool out for a fade. We handled that thing. My homies told me that what it was. Like, yeah, nah, he's no bitch. Yeah, he actually came in with it. I was like, all right. So that's the reason why I never spoke about him, But I just wanted to see, like, man, hopefully this fool's no good. Because at the time, I still felt the way I did about his neighborhood. So, I don't want to give them props and stuff like that, at the time or whatever. I was thinking ignorant and, immature. And so, I just was hoping for some dirt, but there wasn't. So, and I can't make it up, you know what I mean? If you real, you got to keep it real, so you can't lie, So, yeah, homie was with the business and he actually did his thing, you know what I mean? And that came from my respect, my respected homies and my uncles themselves, came out of their mouth. So I know that they, I was like, all right. I was like, damn it, man. I was hoping for some dirt on this fool, but at the time, I was thinking petty, But like I said, I could only come and keep it 100 right here. And yeah, that's the honest truth right there, bro. I was like, oh, hopefully they were going to tell me, yeah, man, that fool ranked it or whatever. But nah, yeah. And that right there is 100, bro. I never need to lie right here. Like I said, he's not like, oh, my camarada, my friend. I don't talk to Gil. I watch his stuff, but like, I don't communicate. Like we had no communication. So there's no reason for me to defend him. You know what I mean? The reason I just come and I say what I say about individuals is going off of my perspective, not because we're buddies or we're friends. If you're giving your honest opinion about somebody, you have to give your honest opinion non-biased, meaning whether you like the person or you dislike the person, you can't be biased. You have to shoot it straight, bro, and call it how it is. And that's why a lot of people, I guess, some people think that my channel's cool. Some people find my channel like, nah, because I don't cater to people. While some people want me to cater to them, I can't cater to nobody. And I know if I cater, I could get more views and subscriptions like that, but then I would be doing it for the wrong reasons, and how am I saying I'm keeping it 100 and solid if I'm being biased, bro, I just believe in honesty. So like if people ever wanted to know, like, oh yeah, well, is he real on the streets? So yeah, that came out of my homies. Neil the Zod is real too, you know what I mean? My homies have ran into him and and he has handled his business, you know what I mean? Even with my uncle. So Neil the Zod is real too, you know what I mean? For those who had any questions about Neil the Zod, nah, he's real. You know what I mean? Those are facts. So what people may think Gil's like, that's the reason I never spoke bad about it. But like I say, he's from the rival hood, so I could have just said it. But and like I said, our neighborhoods beef it, you know what I mean? And even with Neil the Zod, so there's no reason why for me to make up this stuff or defend them or whatever. there's beef there and shit, between the hoods. Nah, they handle their business, my bro. I can't take nothing from them vatos. Can't say not a damn thing. So while people want to question them, like, oh, these fools are weenies, ain't about shit. Like, oh, if you only knew. Obviously I can't go into details what these individuals have done and stuff like that, but let's just say that they, they have handled their business, my boy. Hey, keep it 100 right here. Hey, go check out the interview of Sonny from the Streets Ain't Loyal. That guy. Oh no, I did scope it out already, bro. My personal opinion is there's a lot of deceit going on, but that's just my opinion. Look, there's always two sides to every story, right? How they say it, but there's three. There's his side, her side, and the truth. They already went to court. Evidence and everything. The detectives did their hot list. You know what I mean? That's what they get paid for. They're not there to pick sides. They're there to do their job. They came back with a verdict, and the story's just, you know what I mean. But no disrespect to nobody. It's just that's just my opinion. You know what I mean. Everyone's entitled to see it how they want. You know what I mean. I'm not here to convince anybody to to see it my way or any way. That's just how I see it. But like I said, if you see it differently, then that's fine too. That's cool. You know what I mean? We don't gotta agree on stuff. Mind your business. A lot of people die for not minding their business. 100, my boy, 100.
That's my other big pillow.
And just sitting on it.
Did you leave it over there?
Gangs are not as hard as it was in the late 70s and 80s. Facts. 90. People have grown more. It's a good thing for human progress. Yes, it is. I agree with you 1 million right there, bro. I've been saying that. Yes, it is getting better. They're not as they were. They're not as how they once were at one point. That shows the progress that we've been making. People don't see that. See, people want the gang problem to go away like this. It takes time, but I guarantee you we've been making progress. People don't see it. But, somebody that's actually in the streets, we can see it. You know what I mean? There is a lot of progress being made. And for the best, but people are impatient or think that nothing's happening, because they're not out there. They're not a part of this life. So how would they know? Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't really know there was Red Dragons today. Yeah, and they've been around since the beginning, bro. Since the beginning of all of this, since the beginning they have been here, bro. But I honestly believe that Chicano rap influence maybe for people to see it a certain way, and that's only because those homies were just speaking on their areas. You know what I mean? They really didn't know, because a lot of these Chicano rappers were young. People have to keep that in mind. They were young when they first started, so they really didn't know, and I think it hit, in certain areas where, they're not, actually there and seeing all of it, you know what I mean, experiencing it all. So they could only go based on what they're hearing, and if that's what they're hearing, that's what they're believing. But it doesn't make it facts, though. I'm in Alabama, but I was born in the General Hospital back in '82, and I was raised in the Hazard Projects. Damn, that's right. Orderly. Yeah, the Hazard Projects are ruthless. Ruthless. Oh, Georgia's definitely up in the house. The Southside Lokes. What's good, Clown Loke? What's cracking like it? What does saca la bolsita mean? It means take out the bag of... Why does it have to be meth? But it could be coke. I don't know. Whatever they want to make it. But I got a bag of drugs, I guess. It's a bag of drugs. It's a joke. It's a joke that people use. Saca la bolsita. I don't know. I don't really find it all that funny, but that's something that guy, Fool's Gone Wild, came up with. So, one of his humors. Wait, does it mean a bag of meth? Is that what it is? Or could it be anything in that bag? Because it's just saca la bolsita shit. For all we know, the bag could be empty. It could be full of Skittles, I'm guessing, too. I'll tell myself I'm close to Órale, all right. They're not telling what that food into. There's no telling what that food. I all right. I saw you. Not that I tell video you are right about. Si no tenemos cosas. Oh, he has a channel too? Who's your favorite rapper, Shadow? Actually, Mr. Shadow. Mr. Shadow's my favorite rapper. Oh, you mean in Chicano rapper in general? In general, if we're talking about like all of rap, it's Ice Cube. But if we're talking about just Chicano rap, it's Mr. Shadow. But my favorite rapper of all time is Ice Cube. Like he's number one. And for other reasons, you know, his production, his producing, his selection of beats, his overall, you know, catalog in music, his overall flow that is ageless and never seems to get old. You know what I mean? He's the only rapper that never had to change his gimmick, you know, because other rappers did change their gimmicks. They went from rapping a kind of way to rapping a different way. Like Snoop Dogg went from Snoop Dogg to Snoop Lion. You know, like while all these rappers were changing all this, you know, trying to stay relevant, Ice Cube is the only one that kept it the same from beginning to end, and his music never changed, even though when the beats were now becoming more modern and stuff like that, he managed to somehow make the beats modern, but still have that old school feel to it. And that in itself is like talent, bro. And I just like his pacing and his flow. I think it's a perfect pacing, not too fast, not too slow. I think it's just right. And he's able to, you know, keep up with different kinds of beats. Just overall, his whole production, bro. He's actually the reason why I started liking rap, you know. Because he could give you that boom bop feel. He could give you that gangster feel. He can make you, like I said, he just could spit a lot of different ways. And that is the answer. We don't need anyone telling us we are going to hell or heaven. You got it. Well.
Babe, can you put this right there?
Hit the like me, gente 21 watching. I always find it funny that the people that are religious always want to be, you know, like saying who's gonna go to heaven and hell. Like, that made you God. And they're the ones that are quickest to judge and quickest to talk shit, and it's like, and you're holy? Maybe the people that think that they're better than you, but they're holy. Like, huh? Like, bro, you sure you read that book, or do you just carry it around for looks? Because, you know, what they read and what they preach is two different things. Like, how did you get that out of that? It's funny what the mind will make you think, huh? You read something and somehow, like, two people could read the same article and get two different perspectives out of it. Humanity and the human mind. That's crazy, huh? Because people are only gonna want to see what they want to see, bro. Remember that. It's real talk. That's my one. Like, yeah, man. It's almost NFL season, my boy. Yes, it is, bro. M.O.D, what are your thoughts on Sonny from the streets saying loyal, agreeing with Sandy Pants? My thoughts are that he's entitled to see his way. You know what I mean? He's entitled to view it his ways. You know, I made a video discussing on how I seen it, and I seen that he feels a different way, and I can't knock him for that. You know what I mean? I can't force people to view it my way. You know what I mean? If that's how people want to see it, I'm not saying that I'm right. You know what I mean? So, I mean, only them two people really do know, how it went down. You know what I'm saying? So I can't talk like if what I'm saying is facts or he, likewise, for homie, because only at the end, only them two know what really happened, But I'm just giving my overall opinion. So, I respect his opinion. Like I said, we don't always have to agree on everything. And just because somebody disagrees with you doesn't mean that you guys can't be cool or that, you have to be talking smack about the individual now. Like you have to respect other people's opinions, regardless if they're the opposite of yours, bro. Because everyone's entitled to, live life how they want, and they're entitled to think however they want. I mean, I'm not losing no sleep, so I'm not gonna be mad just because somebody sees it different than me, bro. That's petty stuff. Or insult them, like you get people that insult somebody just because they disagree. Well, you're fucking stupid, like damn, bro. Like it's just my opinion. Whoa. I did. Oh shit. Yeah, they do, bro. Believe it or not, people think that I'm making that up. No, YouTube does hate. How, babe? Don't they make it complicated for me? Don't lie, bro. YouTube be on that weirdo stuff. There's all the people that complain. Like, bro, my channel's optional. Like, they act like if I'm forcing them to watch my videos. The funny part is that 71% of my audience is not subscribed. In the statistics, it shows 71% of my subscribers are not subscribed. 71% of my viewers are not subscribed, and don't like it, stuff like that. But they will view it. Like, you don't like me, but you view my stuff. Like, that okay. At this point, you might as well just subscribe. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you dislike somebody, but you view them all the time. Okay. There. It was not. That fool said I accidentally found their hidden spot. Found the hidden spot, like finding Waldo. Oh, Playboy 1300. Hey, my boy, text me. I lost your contact, Ardan. Shit. Yeah, Offer was a long time ago already. Why do you let that? It bothers you? It doesn't bother me. Would it help you watch my videos better if I removed it? I don't know, bro. I mean, I could do that, but if that's what you want to see. I mean, I don't know, bro. What city you vatos represent, but in a positive note? No Hope. The city of No Hope. So, no Hollywood. Ice City? There's a city called Ice? Or is that like immigration? I haven't heard the word.
There's no need to be night school. Same thing as regular school. The difference is it's respect for the bookie. But there's only a few things you need to remember.
Why would anybody name their channel that? Ay. You had so much time on their hands. I don't care about this. No, I think that's somebody that just dislikes their channels. And for some odd reason just decided to name their channel that. I sometimes don't understand individuals. But they do them and I do me, Oh, he rapped. The guy Jalisco rapped? He was a rapper? Was he a rapper? Well, he's entitled to feel however he wants. But here's something that I'll say. In order for you to say if somebody is something you would have to be from this side, and from this organization, and from these neighborhoods. They're the only ones that get to decide if someone is, whatever they say they are. You know what I mean? Only that hood, and however they handle their matters. Like for example, I don't get to speak on his hood, or how his hood conducts, or how his hood, which members are so and so. I'm not from that hood. You know what I mean? And only people from organizations get to conduct, or say who's who. So if you're not a part of none of those groups or none of that, then you can feel however you want, and you're entitled to your opinion, but it doesn't make it facts because you're not a part of these. You know what I mean? But that's just that's just how it is, though, bro. Like Neil Dazak could go to his hood and go around homies, and people see it and nothing happens to him. I mean, you know what I mean? That should already say. But see, he doesn't have nothing to worry about, because when you know how it really is in the streets on your side, when you really know how it is, whatever people say on the internet, whatever they want to claim and say, it doesn't change how it really happens, what really happens out here, or how it really conducted down here. So although people on the internet could feel this or think this or whatever, it doesn't change what happens actually out here. A lot of homies just be laughing at the stuff that people put on, like, hey, fool, this fool said, you can't eat that. You know what I mean? That's how they be, bro. They just be laughing. Because everybody thinks that they know how it goes, or how it runs, or what it is, when in reality, they have no clue. They're just a bunch of assumptions,
They are assumptions.
Because people could dislike individuals, and but like, that's what I mean, though. All that beef on the internet is ridiculous, bro. It's a waste of time. Honestly, it is. Like, there's no need for it, bro. For your body. Raiders win. Apple said Raiders. Was Black Sheep really the most dangerous block in the valley back in the days? Because I know in that area somewhat. Black Sheep was always notorious. I don't know about the most dangerous part, because every part is dangerous, because I mean, you can lose your life in any part, and it doesn't get any more dangerous than that. So to say it's the most dangerous, I think that's just for views, or to make it more dramatic. That's the only reason why shit is said, like the most deadliest gang, or the craziest gang, or the most notorious. Like, those are just done for show. That area was really, really bad. It was chaotic right there. Black Street handled their business, and they were ruthless. Those are facts. Now, maybe being the most dangerous, and that's how they want to view it. If you ask any gang member, they're gonna say that their area is the most dangerous.
Look at this.
What was that?
Yesterday.
She looked like she was enjoying that.
Oh.
But yeah, don't get me wrong, that area was bad though. What's good, Pistol Blaster? What's cracking like it, my boy? That's right, the homie. It's been a minute, my boy.
Can you believe I was freaking washing the covers for the couch, and I had threw them in the washer, and we were chilling right here outside, and the kids, they were getting wet earlier, right here, like right there, mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, and I see water, and then I'm holding the baby, and I see more, like they were already been done playing with the water, and then I see more water coming from the garage, and it took me a minute. And I'm like, oh shit, like, and it turns out like the sink is overflowing. You know how it rinses the water out from the washer?
Why was it overflowing?
Somebody put a freaking Gatorade bottle in there.
Oh god!
I was like, oh my gosh! So it was like a freaking.
Wait, so the garage got wet?
Yes.
What?
It was just like a little path.
Oh,
like
okay. The way you were saying it
like
first, I'm over here thinking it was flooded. I was about to have a heart attack on my life.
And and I'm looking at the water, not thinking nothing of it, but I'm like, oh shit, I'm washing. And then it goes on like, what the sink is overflowing.
But nothing got wet though, huh?
No. It just went her mom was on the floor.
How bad is it before I go in there and I faint?
It's already dried up because it was hot today, obviously. But I was like, oh man.
Who put that Gatorade there? That's it. They're going to bed with no supper. Nah.
They said it wasn't them.
It's never them. It's funny, huh? It's never the kid's fault. But when they do something right, it's all of them. All of them. Oh, it was me. It was me. But when it's something bad, like, oh, I don't know who it was. Funny how that works, huh? You know what's sad? I can't even say kids because adults behave like that too. When it's something good, everybody wants to take credit. When it's something bad, nobody wants to raise their hand. Stop messaging me. Oh no.
No what?
No, somebody put stop messaging me. Like I don't know who the hell they're talking about. I don't appreciate you disrespecting the people's chat and the homie Red's name like that. Yeah, that channel just invented, well, whatever, just put itself like that because he wants people to come on the live and to talk smack about them or hoping that we'll react in that. They want controversy. They're trying to start some shit, you know. Is why they'll put that there because they want the name now being spoken and now opinions getting thrown there or people saying, oh, what do you think about this? But it's done for a reason. It's they think that I'm not able to see what they're trying to do, but it's like I could see the shenanigans. But that's the reason why people do it, especially on lives. A lot of people do that. You know, they'll make a fake thing because they want people to speak about these individuals because, you know, they're hoping to get some kind of, you know. But it's like, you know, I do realize what you're trying to do. So nice try. Try again. What's the worst chinga you have ever got? Everyone gets a good calentada. I remember one where I was just like, fuck, it's gonna fuck. The worst chinga I have ever gotten was when I got caught slipping by MS, and they got me with baseball bats. I think it was like 4 baseball bats. They had caught me. Actually, what had happened was they had jumped 2 of my homies at the 7-Eleven. At the 7-Eleven, 2 of the homies, they met some females there, and hey, you guys want to party, whatever. They got in the car and they took them to where these fools were, and they got jumped. But the thing is, where these fools were partying was only maybe like 5 houses away from where we were at, right there posted. And so they ended up, you know, getting away and going to where we were at, and they were all beat up, and we're like, what happened? And so then we ended up going back over there, and there was maybe like 12 of us, but there was like 40 of them, you know what I mean? So we had a big rumble in the middle of the street.
So did they get beat up again?
Well, yeah. So we had a big rumble in the middle of the street, right? And they came out with bats and everything, you know what I mean? And so we were handling our thing, and I ended up getting, you know, because I remember I was with 2 of my homie Chapo and Wicked. We were by where there was a fence, right? And we were holding our own, you know. And then I ended up, you know, because I was getting hit with the bat, so I was trying to like move out of the way so I wouldn't get hit. So I ended up being like secluded, like kind of in an area, and it was like 8 of them, right? And they were just swinging away. And it was funny because I remember that 3 cops, you know, were coming with the lights on and everything, and I put that on everything, and I had a bunch of people to witness it, as God is my witness. You know, all these individuals, you know, that were there to witness it. The cops seen, because, you know, them fools stopped swinging because they're like, fuck, the Huda, you know what I mean? The Huda looked at us, and they kept driving. And the fight continued. And yeah, the cops seen, and they kept driving. Three cop cars, and they kept driving on everything I love, bro.
They're probably like, I hope you learn your lesson.
Yeah. That's how we seen it. They're like, que se maten, you know, fuck them, let them kill each other. And sometimes that's how the cops were. The cops was, you know, and they. I'm not making that up, bro. That's real talk, man. And yeah, we got our asses whooped, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. That day, machine. Yeah, they gave me a putiza though, but I will never forget that one, bro. Like I went unconscious, woke up just to be unconscious again for them to knock me out again. Oh, but it was an ass whooping, bro.
Meeting Kevin at the mall. Do you want to come along? Yeah.
I remember I was bruised and woo, cracked and all kinds of split open and everything, my boy. It was it's like these youngsters. Is this what you want to go through? Just vatos pendejos. But man, but that was a mean ass chingadazo. Like, that was like, I'll tell you what, I'll never forget that one, bro. And we seen when they came out and we were outnumbered, and we're like, fuck it. And we were looking at the homies and like, well, ni modos, you know what I mean? It is what it is. That we could run like you know, bitches or whatever, or we could handle our ground and, you know. It's just crazy. And that's why it's important to stay in school, unless you want your ass getting whooped. So that's the only thing that's going to be happening. Look, I believe Gil is feedback. Gil is another level. He is the truth, the meaning of life. Just look at that. Hey, yeah, like I said, some people are gonna like Gil, some people are not gonna like Gil, and it's perfectly understandable. You know what I mean? I can't tell people, you know, they should like him or that they shouldn't. I could only give my perspective on the individual, and you know, however people wanna, you know, see him, the decision's all up to them, you know. But I can't knock an individual. That's the reason why I won't talk. That's the reason why I don't talk bad about none of these channels. You know what I mean? Because who am I to try to convince people how they should see it? People can see it however they want, bro. You know, if people want to watch them, then they'll watch them. If they don't want to watch them, that, you know. So to be on here to try to tell people how they should see somebody that's not right either. Yeah, I know. A lot of people really don't mess with a lot of people watch my channel, but a lot of people don't really mess with my channel. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. No. Like, I'm feeding people. It's just that some people just have some views. You know what I mean? Or I think what it is also is that I'm somebody that just won't talk about certain things, you know, and I think that some people want to know certain things or ask certain things, and I just won't go into that. Like when I get all the questions asked about prison and stuff like that, those are the conversations I'm not going to talk about, or stuff that's ongoing in the streets. That's stuff I won't talk about. I'm not going to talk about stuff that I know I can't talk about, you know what I mean? And that's why I think people tend not to really want to mess with me, you know, because I won't have those conversations because I know I can have those conversations. And I know that there's individuals that have them, and that's cool. You know, however they want to conduct themselves. You know, I'm not here to knock them, but I just have my rules I gotta follow, bro, and that's just what it is. What it is. Like I know what I could speak on, and I know what I can't speak on. You know. You know what the Aztecs' problem was? They were at the wrong age. And plus, that's just stuff that I don't see like how it could benefit. You know what I mean? Individuals like you don't want to give these individuals that lesson, and now these individuals are gonna think that they could just handle, you know, being incarcerated too. You know, like now they don't know what to do and stuff like that. Like you want to, you know, speak on it before they even get there. And when people be like, "Why do you speak on the neighborhood?" Like, well, you kind of want to know your area. I mean, unless you don't want to. I mean, that's how you end up in spots that you know, like, oh shit, you end up in them pickles. They're like, yeah, keep an eye on your kids, bro. This is how your areas are. You know what I mean? So you might want to actually, you know, watch what your kids are doing. You know, and you know, from people thinking that, oh no, pues yo no sabía que la área estaba tan peligrosa. Well, now you know that the area is peligrosa. You know, because some people move into an area and they see it and it's nice, or some people go chill at an area and they think just because it looks nice that, oh, then you know that oh, nothing bad could happen here, and then they end up in a bad predicament. It's like you always want to, be aware of your surroundings because you just never know. You know.
So, there's been a mistake. There's only 4 words. Hi, I'm Jane Seagull. You know what? I think
Island Boys, number 1.
as a woman
Rappers? Are they rappers? What are they? Or do they sing? What's good, my G? What's good, player? I think in LA gonna tell. No, I don't know what you're talking about, my boy. I think you're on the wrong channel. We don't speak about stuff like that here.
See, that's why nobody likes you.
I don't know what they're talking about. Hey, bro, I could see myself kicking back with you. Yeah, my boy, I'm down to just chill. You know what I mean? I met a bunch of my subscribers. A bunch of my subscribers have my phone number. You know what I mean? I be chopping it up with them, and I bump into them, and it's like, oh, what's up? You're not throwing my. I'm like that, you know. I just give off that vibe, that energy. You know, life's too short for bullshit. Chilling in the low bottoms, that's right. Shout out to South Central. We don't speak on those. Yes, we don't. We don't talk about none of that. I don't know, jumper. Adam's click. Damn, that's ruthless. What up, vatos? Just stopping by real quick to support your channel. Hey, what's good with you? Hustle through the struggle, my boy. Hey, gracias, carnal. And likewise, you already know I send mines. I want to be an internet gangster? Why? Why do you want to? How do you get jumped into that? Do you have like a video call? Why suppose being an internet gangster being better than it's better than being a real gang member, I guess. In a sense. When we're talking about safety. What you should do is want to educate yourself because your mind is the greatest weapon in this planet, my boy. If you are educated about stuff, my boy, you got the upper hand on everybody. You know, education is really going to be your number 1 weapon, you know, when anybody tries to, you know, come at you a certain way, you know. People want to break their law. People want to break the law, don't even know their laws. Like, how you going to want to break the law if you don't know your laws? How do you know what you can say and what you can't say? How do you know what you could do and what you can't do? You want to break the law? At least educate yourself on your rights and know what you could do and what you can't do and what you could say and what you can't say. That's why you get a bunch of people that don't know what they're talking about when they say, oh, you can't be putting stuff like that on the internet. Oh, it's a brand new content. See, that's how those are people that have no idea about their California laws and don't know nothing about the law. People that think like that. Like, okay. Like, you got to know the law. You know? Like, educate yourself on law, bro. You want to know your rights. Most people don't know their rights. That's why you see a bunch of videos where you see, you know, fat people walking with cameras and they be like, the cops are right there and they be telling the cops, F you, you effing pig, you pussy, and the cops don't do nothing. And people be like, oh, you can't tell them that, you'll go to jail. Like, see, you don't know your laws. See, these people know their laws. That's why they're talking so stupid. I'm not saying it makes it right, but I'm saying, see, at least they're educated about their law. That's why they're so confident speaking to these individuals in that manner. While these people think that if you tell them something like that, you'll go to jail. I mean, you could let yourself get, you know, whatever, but then that's you giving consent. So it's not because the law enforcement, you know, took it upon themselves. You give them consent because you don't know your law. I find it funny, like, all the time when people tell me, like, what I could upload, or what I can upload, or how it really is and how it really isn't. Like, that's not how it really is. Like, okay. Like, you don't know what it really is. Like, who said I did? People can think whatever they want. Doesn't change facts. Hey, gracias, my boy. I appreciate it. There's a city called Blythe. Yes, there is. That is true. Watch this place too. Yes, actually, there is. I'm glad you brought that up, bro. I'm actually gonna do a doppelganger neighborhood series, and I was actually gonna put that one in there. Drinking 7-Up, homie. Huh? Pepsi? I guarantee you, they made like a Vic soda. Hispanics will be all over that. El Vaporú. I hate kids. You're saying that now, but once you have kids, I guarantee you, your perspective on them will completely change. You should do it for that. They do them, and I do me, my boy. You know? I got nothing against them individuals. You know, it's just they do them, and I do me, and that's just the way it is, bro. I wish them all the best, and you know, and we just run like that. No hate, no, no shade. It's, you know, I do me, they do them. That's just how it is. Oh, he did? All right. I'm going to have to scope that out. I didn't know he rapped, so I didn't even know who he was. Though. What up, my ninja? What's good, Mr. Brooks? What's cracking like it? He just dropped a... that guy, Jalisco? That's crazy, and that's a dope name, too. F. What the hell? I don't know about all that, bro. You should never say F somebody on YouTube. It's just YouTube, bro. It's not that serious. We're losing out of talent on the street. Yes. Yes, because too many individuals want to move so careless. You want to speak so reckless and move so careless, bro. You know what I mean? The thing is that a lot of people think that they can't be touched, bro, when anybody in this world can be touched, bro. People think just because they see other people that haven't been touched, don't think that's because they haven't been touched. It's just that they haven't been touched yet. You know what I mean? Just because they haven't gotten hit yet doesn't mean they're not gonna get hit. Sad but true. You know what I mean? So you always just gotta stay on your toes. You see, people want to talk so reckless and move so careless. I mean, it's not good. If you're gonna be talking a lot, you gotta, stay on your toes. You never know.
Look, Miss Brother, I just want you to know that I read that booklet from the Human Resources. You're very kind, but look, I know I love you.
Where are the MS hoods in Cali? All over, bro. Everywhere. everywhere throughout Cali, bro. They have spots everywhere. What's your favorite sport? Basketball. I can't live without basketball, bro. I love basketball. Basketball's my shit, bro. I eat, breathe, and sleep it.
Do you eat, breathe, and sleep me?
Oh, yeah. You already know. I mean, you don't even gotta ask. I'm on that ass. Nah, but basketball. I love basketball, bro. It brings me, peace of mind. I love the sport. Jalisco, the rapper. Yeah, there was a rapper named Jalisco, apparently. I'm really finding out, too. You heard of Lalo KV? No, I never heard of Lalo. I know Lalo Serrano, but I never heard of Lalo KV. Yeah, G from Crazy Vatos. Oh, yeah, G from Crazy Vatos. He's from Crazy Vatos? I got the head kicked in by 4 people back. Oh, man. I know the feeling, bro. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you do so. Oh, yeah. There's been plenty of that I have taken plenty of L's. Like I said, sometimes you take the W, sometimes you take the L's, bro. That's just the way it is. For people to be thinking that they don't take L's, it's like, bro, either two things are happening. Either you're not out there or you're lying. Because you're going to take L's. That's messed up, my boy. Oh, don't think that. Look, I'm not, like I said, I've never slandered nobody, whatever. Cops are just doing their jobs, you know what I mean? They're just trying to do their jobs. But a lot of them are assholes, bro, and a lot of them break the law, and a lot of them do scandalous stuff, bro. I have made videos talking about some of the things that they have done. And these are not stories I heard. These are stuff that I experienced. I have seen it myself, the things that they do. Not all of them. Not all of them are bad. Not all of them behave in this manner. But a lot of them do too, you know what I mean? A lot of them do a lot of shady, scandalous shit. You know, a lot of them break the law. But yeah, is there some that are cool and just doing they're just there to do their job, Simon? But there's a lot also that just for some odd reason they feel like they have I don't know if they have a chip on their shoulder or what it is, bro, and they just they're out, bro. But like I said, not all of them, you know. I'm not gonna, come on here and try to slander them either, you know what I mean? Because you need law enforcement, and not the world will go in chaos. To be saying like, oh, I have that's just all for show. Well, I don't know. People want attention. I don't know. I know there's hardly anyone likes MS down there. I know MS be with almost every hood down here. It's just they carry themselves different. They disrespect a lot. You know what I mean? For some odd reason, I don't know if they're just told that everybody or whatever, but every story I've gotten, they just tend to, they themselves just tend to not, like I don't know, like they just want beef with everybody. I don't know. I really don't understand it myself, but because I almost everybody I know beefs it with them. Like, they literally almost beef it with everybody, bro. But then again, so does like 18 and stuff like that. It's like, the bigger you get, like you think you're like chingon, so you think you're better than everybody, and you think you just like stomp on everybody, and then shit gets real. Don't get me wrong, shit, I ain't taking nothing away from MS. Them vatos have done their thing. You know what I mean? I know because I have clashed with them several times. They do their thing. I'm not gonna knock them. They do their thing. Trump lost. Yeah, he did. He was a white president. Biden's a white president. I mean, all these presidents only really care about themselves at the end of the day. They ain't really trying to help nobody. They ain't caring about the people. They're only caring about their self-benefits. Whatever benefits them. Their wallets on only. That kind of ass whooping. Your scars. 3 years later, and still looking like them. Like, serio? Be having 2 of them? Going to the hospital. Waking up in the hospital, that's the worst. That happened to me already like 4 times, bro. 5. 5 times. And I hate that, fool. Like, not even knowing how the fuck you got there and what happened. It's even worse, like, what the fuck is going on? And then your body just, like, you realize, like, you're just like, what? For those who say that you see the TV show, they jump out of the bed and all that, puro pinche pedo, güey. You're like, oh, hell no. As soon as you try to move. These TV shows, que these fools are like, yeah, right, uh-huh. Maybe if they were on some piedra. Shit. That's crazy. People lost their minds. They tried to come to India. Oh, serio? That's crazy. It's because there's a lot of Salvadorians here. That's why, you know what I mean? So, and they all they all stick together. So when you're getting like a big number like that and they're sticking together, that's why it was so easy. It was so easy for them to establish because there was so many of them. Because Salvadorians are gonna stick together. You know what I mean? It's like if almost every Salvadorian male is from MS. Almost, I said.
Almost.
It's crazy. I remember we had opened our borders for them, so a lot of them came at once, you know what I mean? So they had the numbers from the beginning, bro. You got that end of the deal. Like, yeah, I saw that, man. Trump is a loser. Yeah, he is. And there's the truth. Sleeping. He can super show here in Vegas. Yeah, I feel you, bro. It happens. You want to be out there playing that game, my boy? Those are the prices you're gonna win. You know what I mean? That's the only thing you're gonna get. No, hey, I don't mean to put no one on black, but those are the facts, bro. 70% of my, I could even post a picture of that, a screenshot. That's how many people will be watching that are not subscribed, and they be watching daily, bro. And it's like, I don't understand. Like, fuck this fool Shadow, man. But I like his videos though. Like, gracias, I think at least. They tried to set up. I mess with Milk's channel. Milk's funny. I like Milk. I don't agree with everything how Milk carries himself, but I don't knock him for it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you don't want to be no Gilligan, I guess. You want to be the skipper or the professor. I would be the professor. Gotta have brains. That's called slipping. You pay. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And that's the only thing you're gonna win. When they say, "What do you get out of this life?" Wounds, bullets, holes, shank, concussions. You get a lot of stuff. Bruises, headaches, restless nights. There's plenty of things you get. Now, if you mean positive things, yeah, you can't get nothing. I laugh for those who think you're gonna get bitches and money. Like, you heard this vato said you're gonna get bitches and money. Che vato estúpido, no sabe. Vatos that think they're gonna get bitches and money, I wouldn't even jump them in, fool. If they were to give me that answer, ¿sabes qué? No. Get out of here. Go home. Like, that already tells me you know nothing about the barrio, carnal. You know nothing about the barrio life. If you think that bitches and money was what you were going to get out of this, then it's like, who lied to this kid? Thank God none of my homies have ever answered like that, but I hear people say, oh, it was the bitches and the money, and I'm just right there scratching my head like, bitches and money? How did they get that out of that? I don't understand. We're told that we're going to get our asses whooped and probably end up dead in jail. That's what we're told. I think somebody maybe lied to them about this. I even told the homies, hey, fool, when you got jumped in, did they tell you were going to get bitches and money? Nah, I was never told that. I'd be asking the camaradas that, no lie, fool, from different hoods, like, hey, fool, they ever tell you you're going to get... No, fool, why? Because all these interviews, like, why is the vato dice que he was promised women in feria? And... like, I was never told that. Like, wait, were you guys told that? Like, let me find out that they held back on me. You're not told that, bro. So when these vatos say that, it's like, man, this one's got to be lying right now because everybody I know, they told me that nobody ever tells you that. So, I don't know. Something fishy's going on. They want to make it seem that these fools try to brainwash these kids, with that, and that's how they get them to join the organization. When it has that's a full-blown lie, bro. These vatos don't go telling these kids that they're gonna get bitches and women. I was never told that. My homies were never told that. My camarada, nobody I know was ever told that. Bro. It's one of the biggest lies that people spread. Second one being that they all live with their moms. Like, what? Every homie I know has their own pet. Pero según ellos, like I said, not giving them no compliments, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I can't lie either. But I can only be honest. You'll get smoked or end up in jail for life. But at the same time, I can't be making up shit on them either. So you can't lie, bro. Can't have it both ways. Gotta be honest with everything. You're gonna be honest about this, you gotta be honest about the other stuff too. I wanna tell half stories. And then they blame me because I tell the truth. Like, este vato la caga, like, ¿qué? No quiero mentir. Despensa. Now they want me to start lying. Never gonna understand people. They want me to be honest. They want me to start lying. I don't understand. Keep it. Thousand, I really enjoy your content. Your content brings. I want to ask if there's any books you can recommend just starting getting into reading. Yes. Anything that's from Frederick Neutrum. Anything from Frederick Neutrum, I recommend 1,000. You won't, bro, just trust my word. They're kind of expensive, but trust me. Trust when I say you won't regret it, bro. You could come, if you dislike them, you could come back on here, my boy, and I'll dance in a tutu. Nah, but you won't regret it, bro. Anything by Frederick Neutrum, he has several. They're all phenomenal. Anything by him, bro, I know what I'm telling you, bro. Like just for once, take my word on it, and I won't steer you wrong. What up, Shadow? Have you been with the wrestling lately? Yes, actually, I have seen that Vince McMahon is finally out. SummerSlam was the show that was the first pay-per-view I think ever in their history, because when his father was in charge of the company, there was no pay-per-views. So this SummerSlam was the first pay-per-view that didn't have Vince McMahon's hands in it. You know what I mean? Damn, that must have felt gotcha for that vato, huh? But he wanted to be a pervert. That's what he gets. Made him, take the company down. To his kids, no? So it's boring and for the yes, it is. There ain't nothing cracking there. That's why I don't understand why people find it so fascinating. When I run amok in the streets, and the streets will have something for you. The streets don't play. Yes, 100, bro. You'll get that ass whooping of your life. Like, if that's what you want to go through, I mean, go right ahead, bro. You get to play horseshoes. You get to play croquet. You can play horseshoes out here whenever you want. How long you want? Whoever you want. Huh? What sounds better? And you get to eat actual food. Because yes, I get it. Spreads are good. Homies know how to make them. They're bomb. They're only bomb in there, my boy. You get me out here, and if I have to choose between a fucking spread or some real food, my boy, I'm choosing the real food any day, any given day, bro. That shit's only delicious because we're in there. We haven't had quality in a good while, homie. That shit tastes like heaven. But once we're out here, we try real food and we go back to it. It's not so gravy, my boy. It's not an orgasm like you first remembered it. And that has to do because maybe you hadn't got it in tampoco, you know what I mean? I mean, some do, I don't know, panches vatos ahí, no sé, Pero. The homie used to do shit like that all the time, try to punk you in front of the family. That's one rule that homies have. You just don't do it in front of the family, you know what I mean? Of course, you have individuals that break those rules. And then they get their asses whooped later, and then they're like, but why, homie? Like, what I do wrong? I remember those calentadas. Those are the funny ones. When they're like, but why? I don't get it. Like, well, you disrespected them in front of the family, but that's the enemy, though. But not in front of the family, homie. So that's why you don't get that ass whooping. All right then. And they're like, well, you fucked up, my boy. I mean. Trust me, I have gotten those calentadas. I have gotten calentadas for fucking up, you know what I mean? I remember I had gotten once because we robbed an elotero. We were young and stupid. We didn't care. And I remember going and telling the homies, and the homies were like, all right. Cale para acá. They're like, what? What did we do? And I'm like, well, you fucked up. And it's like, And then we got to ask them, but we understood. We get it. We fucked up, and, you got to pay the price, bro. And it's like, it just happens sometimes, bro. And you wanna be, stupid and running around and not listening. You're gonna learn the hard way, bro. Homies are not gonna tolerate it. It is what it is. That's why when people say that these vatos get to do whatever they want, no one tells them anything. Like, have you been from a vato, stupid? Those just get to do whatever they want. They wish. It would be cool if it was like that. Where you stay at, bro? Southgate. If you're familiar with Los Angeles, it's a city within Los Angeles. You know, next to Huntington Park and Cudahy and Bell Gardens and Bell and all that. Freedom is overrated. Everyone said freedom is overrated. 3626. What's 626? Blythe is deep in Nevada. Blythe Street's deep in Nevada? Are they? I bet they are. They're a deep gang in general. Well, the players will choke. Padres will probably choke, though. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't is busted? Is he? Damn. Why? Does he not listen? Does he not pay attention to the videos? Cops actually have gangs. Cops do have gangs. They have more than 12 gangs here in LA County. More than 12 LA precinct gangs. Those are facts. Court documents and everything, arrests and all of that. People can't say we're lying, spreading false information. None of that, bro. The evidence is there, public record. Can't say nothing, bro. Cops have gangs. More than 12 LA County precinct gangs. More than 12. FBI records and everything, bro. There's cops that have gangs, bro. A lot of them. And they have done a lot of crimes and have falsified evidence and incarcerated a lot of people for crimes they never committed. Facts. Let that sink in for a little bit. Fucking gang members are always lying, man. Oh, shit. Why would we lie about that? Before, when we were saying that all the shit that these fools were doing, people were calling us liars. Of course, they're going to say that they're the bad guys, pinches mentirosos. And then all this shit, the scandals finally start making the news, and it's like, oh, maybe he wasn't so crazy after all. Yeah, maybe it wasn't La Bolsita, huh? Now I'm starting to wonder who was on La Bolsita. That you were on that Bolsita. Man, as a lifelong Laker fan as well, RIP to the GOAT, Russell, when it comes to the rings. Yes, he is 11. You'll be surprised who's runner up. Did you know Robert Horry is probably the next in line? He has like 9. Wait, he had 9? No, he had 8. He had 8 or 7. Robert Horry, can you believe that? He has with the Rockets, with the Spurs, and with the Lakers. Can you believe that? That's crazy. I never knew that. But rings don't mean anything. Remember this. Bill Walton. Bill Walton? I mean Bill Walton, not Bill Walton. Luke Walton. Luke Walton. Bill Walton's son, Luke Walton. The coach. Luke Walton has 3 rings. Okay? He has 3 rings. Karl Malone has 0 rings. Charles Barkley has 0 rings. Reggie Miller has 0 rings, etc. Are we gonna say that Luke Walton's better than Karl Malone, Reggie Miller, or Charles Barkley? The bench warmer, Luke Walton. I don't know if you guys are familiar. You know, staring at the Lakers bench, he was the guy that was always kept it warm. And when he would, hit the court, he always seemed to fuck up for some odd reason. You see Kobe Bryant yelling at that fool? Because pinche vato siempre la cagaba. I don't know if you know who Luke Walton is. Well, he was kind of like the towel boy or the water boy for the Lakers. Yeah. So sometimes rings don't mean anything because, the vato, he'd be like, hey, well, I got 3 rings. Oh, this vato must have been chingón. Che, vato, que iba a saber jugar. I think I could have balled him up. Nah, just playing. He could have balled me up, but still. You know, the vatos could still play even though they suck at the NBA level. You know that they could still, on that black top, they could still rock you a new one. Like, fuck that. Being a player as difficult as it is, you know what I mean? It's almost impossible. I didn't know he passed away, though. Bill Russell, that's fucked up. That's crazy. He had it rough, bro, because when he was with the Celtics, they were racist, bro. They would break into his apartment and tag FNs on his walls and from Boston fans, and he played for the damn team. He brought them championships, and he was getting, you know, called the N-word constantly and getting robbed and mugged and death threats. Man, I felt bad for that vato. If you ever watched like the documentary on him, I recommend it. It's heartbreaking shit, fool. You know what I mean? Because the vato, he still remembers it like it was yesterday. You know, it's sad. You know, like they had to go treat him like that just because of the color of his skin. It's crazy though. Like not even because of his kids or his wife. They give no fucks, bro. It's like, man, that's sad. Even though he's bringing the city all this revenue and now making them relevant and everything, that's crazy. And he still had to give it 100 and had to stay right there. That's crazy, bro. The vato had it rough. They have like the crime pictures. I think he got to keep them, whatever, just, you know, for memory purposes, to keep reminding him, you know. Yeah, they show the pictures, you know, his apartment all trash, everything broken, and, you know, the graffiti. It was crazy. Tapping in to say saludos, and I send my buenas noches. Hey, likewise, G. Hey, go check out ese little G from the Crime Family, Mr. Criminal label. Homie has chingon music. I have reacted to some of his music on my channel. You guys will scope it out. Se avienta el camarada. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are out because I'm about to handle my wife real quick.
Stop lying.
I know, I'm probably going to take a shit or munch on something, but still.